So the baby dropped a music video dedicated to the Ukrainian woman that was also murdered in cold blood. While it wasn't national news, it still was news. People were still talking about it, and it wasn't no political aspect to it, so it didn't make it any much more interesting, unfortunately. But at the same time, it is sad that this woman was murdered in cold blood while on the way home. I guess she was a refugee, and whoever the guy was, clearly crazy, because a lot of his history and past came out, at least basically saying this guy should have never gotten out of prison or wherever he was at. He should have stayed where he was in mental institutes, all types of shit. So this was a crazy nigga, okay? And while I like what white people tried to do with this story, because in the video, in the clip, unfortunately I gotta watch it and see all this shit now. But in the clip, in the video of him killing this woman, he basically said, afterwards, I got that white girl. That's what he said. Unfortunately, that's what this nigga said. So, but this was just a crazy man. This had nothing to do with race, I believe. This has nothing to do with political. Like, I'm telling you, the right, that's what they tried to do with the story last week. They tried to, or a few weeks ago, they tried to take this little story and spin it and turn it into, and then Charlie Kirk happened. It was like, oh, now we can really spin. You know, it's just a lot of spinning going on. Either way, this guy shouldn't have been on the street to begin with. So that's more so a problem with the justice system and whatever they got going on, and Charlotte letting them out than it does with the color of his skin. Unfortunately, he probably did it racially charged or had racial motivations to kill this woman, but at the end of the day, that's not a outlook on how we all think. You get what I'm saying? But unfortunately, that's what they like to do. They like to take one instance and then group everybody together. One trans person shot up a Catholic school, and then now all of a sudden all trans people are the reason for mass shootings. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like they just don't want to think about what their own is doing. They call those mistakes. They call those fucking anomalies. Like, what? That happened? While it's sad, it must be some excuse for it. It must be some excuse for Breonna Taylor dying. It must be some excuse for George Floyd dying. It must be some excuse we can conjure up and think of. That's what they do. Either way, both sides of the coin. It don't even really matter. This is the world we live in. This is the America we live in. But before we even look, we're starting early with the politics and bullshit. Starting early. Either way. Just know I pay attention to everything. Some things I just really choose to not talk about because, one, it's not palatable for this channel, but this is a big story, and then a lot of the talking heads that I'm into are reacting to this story and commentating on it. So I kind of like, well, these were the clips I was going to get, whether they talked about anything else. So here we are, you know? So regardless of it, let's get into this DaBaby music video because it's a pretty interesting one.
This is video surveillance of the night.
Coming out of my left
Irina
ear right
Zarutska
now.
enters the Blue Line at the East-West Boulevard station stop. You can see she takes a seat directly in front of DeCarlos Brown, the suspect. At first, nothing seems unusual, but 4 minutes later, he pulls out what appears to be a pocket knife and suddenly stabs Zarutska multiple times. Zarutska then collapses. As Brown walks to the front car, takes off his sweater, and wraps his hand before exiting the train. Police arrested him on the platform shortly after.
You think you can say doing a recreation? What the fuck is going on?
You think you can say
what?
We're doing a retelling.
Think you could say me like you got or something? I've been put about the way, I ain't been starting nothing. I done spent a couple million on them lawyer fees. Cause when you really stand on business, it's gonna cost some money. And I looked at shit like it was normal, it was off the muscle. When I get back and start performing, it's gonna cost you double. When I stay silent in my morals, yeah, it cost me plenty. When I'm inside her, it's like water, she gon' toss me under. So where the lifeguard at? Cause I'm not trying to float away, I'm just trying to know your name. Every time you see them out, act like you don't know them lames. Every time I'm leaving out, I watch out 3 of my mirrors and check the cameras before I leave the house. Make sure ain't no snakes around my land, I gotta weed them out. Better stay out my face, cause I'm a man and I'll bleed you down. A man, I wanna see you smile. A man, I wanna see you strong. A man, I wanna see you down. A man to tell you come outside. A man, I wanna see you now. Right now. Yeah, like I wanna see you right motherfucking now. Like, get here. Think you can save me like you got or something. I been ducked off out the way, I ain't been starting nothing. Cause I done spent a couple million on them lawyer fees, and spent some more on people say I never bought them nothing. They say they love you, then they act like they ain't never love you. You go through shit and yeah, you act like it ain't never nothing. That young and hurtin', he need love, so you can't tell him nothing. He got that 40 in his backpack, he ain't scared of nothing. They think they know you, niggas act like you a hoe or something. Them niggas playin', you gon' blow it, you gon' show them something. Them niggas acting like you owe them, you don't owe them nothing. No 9 to 5, you rather post up at the store or something, and we can't save you. You know, and it's just some people, man, unfortunately, you know, man, we can't save them, you know what I'm saying?
On a whole recreation right now. What
I
the
might
fuck
be
is
one of
going
them.
on?
I might be one of them niggas, you know, baby, you can't save, nigga. And I ain't looking for you to save, man, and be more grateful. You know, I put my faith in God.
What? He stopped him? What the fuck? Nah, he walked him out. Don't do that, partner. Is that what he's saying? Don't do that, partner. That ain't the right decision, partner. And now he taking him to the police. Wait, no, wait, not baby too. The baby's a teller too. The baby's a teller too. He took him to the police. Well, I agree. This nigga was crazy, whoever it was. See, no, this is what we should not be doing is doing this. Okay, not right. It's too early, the baby. Somebody should have told him, I like it. I like what you're going for, but let's do this next year. Let's let this situation kind of die down. Like, I get something else happened that's kind of way worse. So we're dealing with everything at the moment. Hey, shit, it's a lot going on. It's a lot fucking going on if we really want to talk about it. Some kid in Mississippi just got hung at his fucking university, and they want to tell us it was a suicide. A fucking suicide. Hung himself from a tree. What black nigga you know in this generation is hanging himself from a tree to kill himself? Where's the note? Where's the suicide? I need to see a lot more before you could just tell me that was a fucking suicide. Okay? It's a lot going on in this damn world. Like, please, I at least now, to any black person out there, if you live near a sundown, if you know what a sundown town is, right? If you live near any one of those, please stay far away. Because these niggas are crazy at the moment. Everybody's crazy, clearly. But they're very charged up. And look, just some nasty work going on at the moment. Some nasty fucking work. And this kind of adds to it. Well, I like this. I really do like the song. The song is really good. If this wasn't the video behind the song, I would be rocking with the song. I mean, I'm going to give it fire because I do like the song. But too early. It's too early. It's too early, okay? It's too fucking early. I'd be saying the same thing if somebody went and did a music video. And honestly, that's how you really get some clout, too. Go do a music video reenacting the Charlie Kirk murder, like, and take the bullet for him. What the fuck are we doing? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Wrong time, bad timing. I understand, and I get the message behind it. Look, I explained that before I watched this video. We look, don't group us in with well, not even him. The nigga in the beginning of the video. He should be in jail forever. He's crazy, clearly. And that nigga was going through some shit. You could tell. Before she even got on the train, he looked stressed. And he looked like he was going through whatever life was putting him through. Now, that doesn't give him any excuse to senselessly murder a white woman. No, that is no excuse at all for that. Period. Point blank. But I'm just saying, it's just a lot of gray area that we need to really look into when it comes to everything. when it comes to everything that's going on in this damn world. Unfortunately, we make everything black and white. You know what happens when you mix black and white? You get gray. And there's some mixing of the black and white going on, that some gray areas that we need to really look into, unfortunately. Because, you know, you can start asking questions like, well, what did the system put him through to get him to that place to where he wanted to murder a senseless woman like that? You can start asking a lot of questions, you know, a lot. It doesn't make any excuses for it. Doesn't make it right at all. Clearly still wrong, but at the same time, you got to ask questions at some point, okay? At some point. Either way. Come on, look. Let me know what y'all think. The song's cool. The song's cool. The video is it's too fresh. It's too fresh. It's just too fresh. I was already seen that video already. I didn't want to watch it again. Now the baby's forcing me to watch it again, and he's reenacting it where he stops. No, that didn't happen in the first part. You can't change it up. And then everybody wants to tell me Young Thug's a snitch. Well, what does this make the baby in this video?